Part 2: The Vienna Ring background discussion for my forthcoming book The Last American Spy. That was how Rudolf Wien, who was no longer among the living, always explained himself. He was probably underestimated in many ways, also as an inventor. After all, he confided to friends back in the 1960s that he was currently working on materials to build a light bulb that didn't get as hot and used a lot less energy. Read in Profil 21/2012. It was like in the movies. The Viennese nuclear physicist Karl-Heinz Pfnüttel about his time as an embargo trader for the GDR and the role of Rudolf Wien. Kibbuz and Napola put together. One supplied plastic and electronic products behind the Iron Curtain, with the purpose of the company summarized as follows. Ideological Management 99 JPSS Volume 7 NO. February 2013. Karl-Heinz Pfnüttel. Source: Private. Meant of East-West relations in Austria. Trade relations and concentration of West German industry via the Vienna area to the USSR and back. License trading for the industrial plants for countries of the Comecon 86 and Austria, and patent know-how. 87. The Kibbelak initially in Vienna Siebensterngasse, GDQQ LQGHU, Dio Vekch XQG v Kohlhof D in the Milchgasse, on the second floor above the Gut Roof, when by chance office space had become free there. 88. Soon after the company started operations, Kibbelak found the Austrian State Police GDVVEHU VLH3 Dwiko XQG, UQGXQJHU Zugufquof be procured in the Eastern Bloc. Intervened. Was not, however, claimed Pritterebner. 89. The so-called Viennese residency is first of all. In an interview, Karl-Heinz Pfnüttel admits that Rudi Wien was alone who acted and requisitioned GHP $XWRUDQA, UZDU GLH6 Kovho JXU GHU0 DFKHU. Wien was a powerful, short, strong man who God wasn't an intellectual but more convinced communist. He is said to be a judo champion in Vienna. Have been. Personally, he was okay. From in terms of type, Wien was a proletarian, vulgar Olivetti representative who worked as a bore at the companies from went door to door. Says Pfnüttel. Then has he met Udo Proksch, who advised him has his Italian Bach against elegant shoes to swap because he couldn't appear anywhere else. Wien followed Proksch's advice. It is clear that the gut reputation played a big role in Wien's agency activities. Pfnüttel sure. All the insiders met there. The celebrities who met there didn't know they were being bugged or that they will be overheard by Wien and others persons. There is a lot of current domestic politics state of knowledge in Austria absorbed and reported bin. Even if there were no listening devices alone that Rudi Wien belongs, for example that a ministerial at did this and that and seen internally, that was an important one information. Because if I do something about this person knows, then someone can be assigned to him. You then invite him to the Hurigen and drink it a little bit. So it goes on and a fan on opportunities are opening up. So the good reputation was a general intelligence source. There was Vuvko Ylecho 0 LVW Guxquidi Huz ZHQQ PDQ Owood GDQQQ GHW PDQ VFKRQ HWZDV Superscript 3. Pfnüttel himself had Wien around 1965 or 1966 met in the Viennese Café, Hawelka. I have carelessly said, I'm studying semiconductor physics in Siebersdorf. Then he jumped and suggested another meeting. Have later I first met Rudi Wien in a conspiratorial Viennese apartment, where he put me in the handling of special cameras and the off DUHLWXQJ-YRQ0LNUROPHU Squoozh 6 Redog GDQQ. The Kibbelak company has a location in Milchgasse. We met there. 90. It was also Wien that Pfnüttel and his school friend and fellow students Rudolf Sacker brought into contact with GDR representatives in 1968.91 was the first to procure agent work. Pfnüttel, who works in the nuclear center in Siebersdorf on his dissertation, worked from the local libraries Ulf to Wolf A with diaries QRQ Fadval HG superscript 3% Hofque 6 Hove. These were already incredibly valuable because the DDR had no access to it. With a lone EHU6 FKLOLQJQDQ, Le3XGO GDQQ his dissertation project, the development, and the % DXHLQHVKRFK DXA with grave, VHQGHU DPPDVSHNWRPHWHUV, a technology that was new at the time. We have that not brought about in Siebersdorf, because infrastructure could not be built. You need namely extremely clean rooms with airlocks. That's why we couldn't use the spectrometer to build. So I bought it over in the US. An engineer who sends such things to Siebersdorf delivered. That was then done by the Stasi at the end of the day. HUD KDXI Opole. HLVHE HERP 92 Tuesday. Clients were very satisfied and happy. That was a contribution to create trust. Like that, according to the motto, the boys can do something like that. 93 100 Riegler, the Vienna residence of the Stasi, Vienna, Spiegelgasse 3, the first address of Rudolf Sacker Guest.m.b.h. Source: author. Together with Sacker, Pfnudel then founded on February 5, 1969 Rudolf Sacker Guest.m.b.h. Was located at Spiegelgasse 3 in Vienna, relocated in 1971. 1 in the Apollogasse 6.94. The first order was a night storage heater. 95 remembers Rudolf Sacker. The company Kibelak, and this has a provision for it.